The gain, a great start for this offense. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Well, the Rams have 1 and 3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again at Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Here's Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Stafford. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Carr. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Stafford. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And out across midfield down to the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Rams, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
7-7, our score after 1. fake the handoff. Now Carr. Flushed out right. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ferguson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on second down. Carr. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Second and 10, Stafford again. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Taken from just outside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Carr. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing is Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well. I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They set up the screen to Chubb. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Play action. Now it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2nd down and 3. Carr going to throw. Open man is Noah Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On play action, now Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Excellent effort defensively. Tackle for loss goes to Leonard Floyd.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Stafford now to throw.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford looks to throw again. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Rams get a bit closer.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 70.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Stafford on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Henderson. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Darrell Henderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford. Higbee secures it over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw his Carr. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Let's go. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Stafford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Henderson running straight ahead. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
That's to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Henderson will try and run for the first. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carr going to throw here. On the move to his left. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Carr going to look to throw. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. He'll get it inside the 20 and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.